we were here, we read chapter 2 of Junie B. Jones' Jingle Bells, Batman Smells. P.S. So does May. But now we're going to do chapter 3. When we left off, Junie B. kind of had one up on May because they're not allowed to tattle on each other. Because if they do, they don't get to sing in the Christmas play. So Junie B. is kind of using that to goof around and get May to not tattle on her. So this chapter is called Laughing All the Way. We went to the sing-along after lunch, and the auditorium looked like Santa's workshop. There were a jillion cute elves in that place. And wait till you hear this. Room 1 got to sit in the very first row. I sat in the seat right next to my friend Herbert. So if you guys remember, in the story where Junie B. Jones is a first grader at last, Herbert was her first new friend in first grade. He let her sit on the bus with him when Grace was sitting with somebody else, and Lucille didn't want to be her best friend anymore. So Herbert really pulled through. This sing-along is going to be fun, right, Herb? Right? This sing-along is going to be the best time of our life. Just then, May plopped down in the seat on the other side of me. I stopped smiling. That seat is saved, May, I told her. I am saving it for someone else. She looked all around. For who? She asked. For someone that's not you. That's who, I said. May did not budge herself. You can't make me move, Junie Jones. And there's a picture. So they're dressed up like elves because they're about to sing Jingle Bells. That seat is public property, she said. She scooted closer to me. I'm going to stick to you like glue. It's the only way to make sure you behave yourself today. I showed my teeth and I made a grr noise. Grr. May did not look fearful. Finally, I moved closer to Herb and I pretended I was invisible. Pretty soon the sing-along got started. Mr. Toot said to turn to page 1 in our holiday songbook. The first song was The 12 Days of Christmas. It's about a guy who gives his girlfriend a bunch of stupid presents. I tapped on Herb real curious. What do you do with 10 Lords of Leaping, do you think? I said. He thought for a minute. I'd take him back and get store credit, he said. I nodded. That Herb has all the answers. After that, we sang Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Winter Wonderland. What's your favorite Christmas song to sing? Finally, Mr. Toot stood up at his piano and he said, It's time for Jingle Bells. Room 1 hurried onto the stage. It was very thrilling, except for May kept on sticking to me like glue. She stepped on my heels going up the steps. Then she crowded in real close to me, and she whispered in my ear, I'll be listening to you, Junie Jones, she said. I'll be hearing every word you sing. I smiled just to myself, 'cause I had a surprise up my arm. That's why. So what she means to say is up my sleeve, but she says saying's wrong quite a bit. Pretty soon, Mr. Toot raised his hands to start the song. I stood up straight and tall. Then I took a big breath, and I sang the words out loud and clear. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, 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 bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. My eyes glanced over at May. Her face looked disappointed almost. I smiled. Then I took another breath and I sang the chorus right in her ear. Oh, jingle bells, Batman smells, P.S. so does May. I'd throw May right off the sleigh and then I'd drive away. Hey! Hey! Yelled May. I laughed at that funny comment because hey fit right in the song. Room 1 sang the chorus again, but I was laughing too hard to sing. It was the joke of my life, I tell you. Only too bad for me, because as soon as we got back to the room, May tattletailed her head off. It was not good. Mr. Scary called us up to his desk. He said he is very disappointed in both of us. Only, unfortunately, there was not enough time to send us to the office. I started to relax a teensy bit. Only just then, the bad news came. 'Cause what do you know? Mr. Scary said there was exactly enough time for him to write a note to our parents. Uh-oh. And that is the end of chapter 3. I hope you liked it. She was pretty clever with her words there, wasn't she, boys and girls? All right. When I come back to you, we'll be reading chapter 4, and it's called Going Last. All right. Thanks for listening. See you guys later.